It seems like every day some new product is getting a thumbs up on the internet, but how do you know if it's really a thumbs down? Well, we're gonna break the news to you in a segment we call Buzz or Bust. Starting with this trend, but is it too much of a stretch? It's called Toega, and not surprisingly, it's yoga for your toes. But does it get two big toes up? The only way to find out is let's try it with Toega expert Nicole, who joins us from Playlist Yoga Studio.
Toega.
All right, really quickly, and we are going to put this to the test. But before we do, why yoga for the toes?
Why not?
All right, I'm in. I like it.
Start there.
I like it.
Listen, it's a trendy word. If it has the word yoga and toes in it, I'm happy about that because it's bringing attention to the feet, right? So it's mostly about intrinsic foot strength and getting attention and blood flow into the feet, paying attention to that. Everything starts from the ground up. Makes sense, right?
Well, I was going to participate, but as I explained to Dr. Batra, I did not apparently do enough toga in my youth. And my toes they probably could have benefited from toga. Will you two do a little demo?
All right, let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. So the first thing we're gonna do is you're gonna take your toes and spread them wide apart.
Okay.
Right? Oh, great spread.
Ah, thanks.
She's got a great spread, you guys.
Whoa! Oh my gosh, that's amazing! How do you do that, Dr. B?
That's like duck feet.
Honestly,
Oh, thank you. I tried.
okay, so the first move we're gonna do, you're gonna lift up all the toes, and this is called a toe push-up. So I want you to take the lateral four down, put them all the way down and leave just the big toes up.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Right.
Dang, you're
beautiful.
good at this.
From
All right.
there, you're gonna put the big toe down and lift the other lateral four up.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, if you guys do this at home, which I hope you do, I want you to notice what your hands do because the cortical mapping of the brain, right, the hands and the feet are next to each other, so everyone's like this.
Oh.
They start to point their fingers when they're trying to get the toes to work because it's not.
So you're trying to direct
Yeah,
them.
do it. Do it.
Listen, toes.
Okay. So
Actually, this is a good stretch if you have to wear high heels like
Oh my
that all the
gosh.
time. It's
Dr.
fantastic.
Batra, you're a pro. Did you practice this?
You know, actually, I wish I had. You know how type A I am. If I had known I was going to do this, I would have absolutely practiced.
rocket.
I appreciate
But here you go.
All right, so put those toes down. Give them a second. The next one we're gonna do, you're gonna curl this is kind of gross. You're gonna curl the big toe under, and then you're gonna let the other four pull out. So it's called the toe chop.
Okay.
Now, if you have long toes like me, it's even harder.
Okay.
So you gotta get them around.
Am I not getting them around?
I think you are. I
Sure.
can't see.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, look,
There we
that
go.
looks great.
Okay.
There you go. And then switch sides. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Switch toes. You might find one side is easier to do than the other.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, it's interesting.
Like that, right?
Actually, it was easier on my other side. This
Yeah.
side, I think I don't balance quite as well.
Yeah.
So it's
There you
interesting.
are.
It actually gives you a lot of information about your core strength and your posture.
Oh my gosh,
When you
yes.
find which side you balance better
Absolutely.
on.
And if there's a kink in the chain, right? So if your feet are disconnected,
He's doing it.
No, I'm coming here. I'm coming here for one reason only, and that is this. Nicole, yoga's intimidating, right?
yeah.
But the stuff you're doing with your toes is the same thing that you all do with your bodies that I can't do. Look at my feet. I can't spread those toes. They're not spreading. Bend the toe joint, can't do it.
Those little piggies are sad.
They are, I mean, look at this. No, so I had surgery on this toe many years ago. I can barely move it. It's all
Right.
jacked up. So what is a beginner toga move for those of us who will never be good at toga? Is there anything I can do?
You're gonna love this. So I just want you to spread the toes. Like she's clearly a professional toe spreader. So you're gonna work on that. But how about, have you ever had a pedicure?
I'm
Yes,
sorry.
we have. Have you ever had a pedicure? Drew and I had a pedicure
betcha.
together.
That's beautiful.
You can see that has been a long time.
So there's, so maybe they have these little toe spreaders, right? You can put those in there. You know what I'm talking about?
I have a pair of those.
See?
Toe spreaders.
Yeah. So you're gonna put those in there and just wear them around for a bit.
Okay.
Like get some, there's gotta be, the mechanoreceptors have to be talking, right? Like your brain has to be talking to your feet and you have to remind it that that's happening, that you have feet that need attention.
This is me trying to move toes.
Yeah.
I mean,
But it gets better. It has to. You know why? Because our bodies, as you know, our bodies are so intelligent, right? I have neuropathy. I had nerve damage in my right foot from L4, L5, S1 herniation and rupture. And the more I've done this, the stronger I've gotten. My toes, I could not separate my toes at all.
How long do you wear the toe spreader for? Like an hour a day?
Oh, that's aggressive. But you could maybe start a little less.
I'm an aggressive kind of guy, so.
He's a full throttle kind of guy. He's not messing around.
It's great. If you can do an hour, it's great. Maybe you're sitting at your
And you're
desk.
talking about where it spreads all the toes apart.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Okay. I went online and I
You know
bought.
the spreaders that when they
spreader.
paint your nails, it's like a little rubber or plastic.
Oh, I went online and bought one about a year ago. I wore it one time for about 2 minutes, and it took forever to put on, and I just ripped it off.
Yeah.
But I'm going to commit
Now
to
you
that.
try.
Okay.
Drew, I'm a little sad that you didn't.
Hey, no, I'm Nicole.
come
I mean,
play a
this is
little-
great stuff. Think
Yeah.
about it. We are on our feet all day long.
are. Yeah.
We know how great yoga is for other parts of our body. It makes sense to me for women that are wearing these tight shoes, high heels. I mean, that wreaks havoc on your toes. I like this.
This
a
is
lot.
your base for all things. And the thing that you ascribe to, which I do believe, is this is also everything else. So if you have low back problems, it can all start at your base. We're giving Toega a buzz.
Yeah!